This is like my fourth call in a row.
Today.
Like, yeah, like my butt hurt. All right, hold on. Let me sit for 1 second. Okay. All right. Talk to me. What's going on?
Well, welcome to our team call. We've actually got 3 teams on here tonight. So we're actually helping you out and combining forces. So
that's beautiful. That's called teamwork right there.
Yes, and that's what we say around here. Teamwork makes the dream work. So we've combined and collaborated, and we've got 3 teams that are so excited to hear about Proving Grounds and, you know, how it's different and who it's for, and tell us everything about it.
Okay. So why don't you tell me everything about you first? Because guess what? Unless I find out where you are mentally, it ain't gonna matter how good Proving Ground is and what it could do for other people. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you guys can't pull a wool over my eyes. I know that you're struggling, and I need to know why, so I can show you why you should not be struggling. See, you weren't expecting that. I got a gift of intuition. I'll start reading mail right now. Let me break this down to you, and then we'll talk about Proving Grounds. And this is all seriousness. I have done probably 80 calls in the last 2 weeks since the last week of September. And 80 something calls, I probably talked to 10,000 coaches. Allison and I did a little bit of an analysis, and what I'm seeing is 95% of these calls are struggling with the same thing: belief, mindset, and challengers. How to get them motivated, how to keep them engaged, how to keep them this, how to keep them that. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. If I'm only talking to 80 calls, 80 teams, combined teams, what about the other few thousand I'm not talking to? And 95% of the 80 calls I've done, this is the struggle. What about the calls that I'm not doing? So I think we got a bigger problem. I think Proving Grounds isn't important at this particular moment. That's just my personal opinion. And the reason why I say that is because, and I said it in leadership for those who were there, I cannot sit on this platform and watch you guys struggle. That's not success to me. I'm struggling with it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I can't do it. Because that's not why I came into this. That's not why I pour my heart and my soul into this, for my benefit. We got to change some things. You know, this shirt really isn't too small. I'm just if I'm pulling on it, it really is an extra large. Just letting you know. Like, he got his son's t-shirt on. No, I'm joking. But seriously, I want you guys to think about what I'm saying to you. Why is 95% of you guys struggling with belief and mindset and challengers? I need 10 people to type it in the box for me. Oh, we're going to be transparent tonight, just in case you wanted to know. Oh, no one can. I got 80 people in here and somebody can. Okay, excuses. Okay. Because we're having so many no's. Oh, that's good. Kim, not believing in me. Okay. We don't believe in ourselves. Okay. Now we talking. Don't want to feel. Okay. Time management. Society tells us obviously what we're doing. Okay. People want a quick solution. Okay. There we go. Now we rocking. Bad opinions. Okay. Priorities. People hating. Family. All right. So stop right there. Now this is what I'm talking about right here, guys. Now let's rewind this call. Wait a minute. Who's supposed to be doing? That says Craig. What?
No, I'm using Beachbody's account because we want to make sure we didn't get people shit out.
Okay. So now, based off of those answers right there, right? Those answers. Now what I want you to do is I want you to give me that opening statement. Like, I just got on the call. What would you say?
I would say, team, tonight we have the privilege of hearing from Chris Downing to talk to us about throwing our excuses in the trash.
No. That's not what you say. What would you say? Talking about what?
talking about
grounds and how different it is, and what's different in the meal plan, and how this is going to help out our challengers. Okay, what's up, guys? How you doing? So glad to be on the call. First, thank you so much for taking the time to allow me to talk to you about Proving Grounds and how great of a program this is. And I'm gonna tell you, I put my heart and soul into it. I really did. It's different than Shift Shop because I had this prep week, and there's 4 weeks, guys. There's 4 new workouts. It's motivating. Blah 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 blah. Right? And you're gonna sit there and yay! Oh, cool! Can't wait till October 22nd. But then we have an underlining problem that I don't even know about, right? I give you all the benefits and all the incredible things about Proving Grounds, and you just told me in a box that you give up before trying. People want a quick solution. Bad opinions of MLM companies, time management, self-love, people ghosting in conversations, don't want to feel like a saleswoman. We don't believe in ourselves, not believing in me. Whoa. But we're going to talk about my program. And I'm going to give you guys goosebumps. But then we got an underlining problem. You see where I'm going with this? So this call is supposed to be 40 minutes. I'm scratching that out the door. We're going to finish this when we get done. All right? It's recorded. You can always go back and listen to it. I think we need to handle this underlining problem before we talk about Proving Grounds. Because guess what? Until we handle this underlining problem, Proving Grounds is not going to mean anything to anybody. And it's only going to do is keep me on this platform and me watching you struggle because we never dealt with the problem. Proving Grounds is supposed to be a solution to a problem. It can't be a solution until you understand your worth and your value with or without Proving Grounds. So I'm going to give you a gold nugget right now to knock all that out. Kill it with one little analogy here. And I want you to hear me out very clearly. You guys are the heartbeat of this company, period. Without you, I don't exist. I just don't. I'm on this platform because you put me on this platform. You have all this worth and all this value in me. You're super excited for me. You put in your calendar to show up for me. Talked about it all day. Probably texted a couple friends. Probably did an Instagram story. It was a priority to you. It's Chris Downing. I get to talk to the man, right? Probably gave your kids oodles and noodles tonight. You gotta get oodles and noodles tonight. Chris is on call. I ain't got time to cook a dinner. Right? You see all this value in me. You'll show up for me, but you're not showing up for you. Think about what I'm saying to you now. I'm not the super trainer right now. I'm your friend. I'm your brother. You're not showing up for you every day. You're not showing up, waking up in the morning while your hair is all matted and your face is fresh off the pillow wrinkles and looking in the mirror and saying, I believe in you. You're beautiful. You're intelligent. You're a conqueror. You're a warrior. You can do hard things. Your business is successful. You're going to go out and change the world today. You're going to change somebody's life today. I love you. I believe in you. There's one, and this is the nugget to your business right here. I'm about to give you the nugget to blow your business up. There's one common component that brings all humans together, all animals together, all insects together. One common component that brings anything with a heartbeat together, guys. And that's love. Love brings everything together. Love creates babies. Love creates spouses, creates boyfriend, girlfriend, creates relationships, creates best friends. Love is the glue. So if that's the most powerful and the most dominant component of all of life, then that should be the most dominant component of your business. Straight up. Well, what does love have to do with my business, Chris? I love what I do. I did not say that. I love what I do too. But do I love myself is the $1 million question. You can love what you do and still not love you. There's major perks and benefits to loving yourself, such as what? Self-confidence, increased faith. And one of the most powerful tools is becoming infectious. Because when you become infectious, guess what happens? People are gravitated to you. They're drawn to you. You know why? Because it's something in you that they don't see that's common amongst everybody else. You're different. You're set aside. Here's a prime example. Have you ever been to a store anywhere, somebody walks in there and their presence demands attention? Somewhere, don't matter. Their presence demands attention. They'll maybe look twice. And you say to yourself, there's something unique about that person. They just lit this whole room up. That presence wasn't there when the other people was there, but when this person walked in, their presence demanded attention. So as a woman, you guys are sneaky. I know how you work. You can strike up a conversation with anybody. I know how it works. You're going to look at her pumps or look at her bag. You're going to find a way to strike that conversation. And you walk up to her, that's a really nice bag you have. Oh, thank you. If you don't mind me asking, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm a Beachbody coach. And you don't even know what that is. You just know it's got to be something because this person just lit this room up. You have no idea what Beachbody coach mean or nothing. But if you're interested, you want to know more about it, here's my card. Let's have coffee sometime. Okay. So that was a divine appointment. You was at the right place at the right time. You go home, go about your day, and you start thinking about the lady, but you get busy with life and struggles and inconsistencies and doubts and fears and worries and stress. And all of a sudden you go to straight move something, saw her card. Let me call this lady. Hey, I met you at Starbucks. Was wondering if you had time to meet. Wanted to meet with you, kind of talk about what you do for a living. Oh yeah, no problem. Let's meet tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Okay, meet her tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And she starts talking about the business. She starts talking about challenge packs and programs that's coming through the company and funneling through the company. And she has your attention like, wow, okay. So, and she starts talking about, the overall business. So here's the $1 million question. When that person lit the room up, the first time you saw her, did she walk in there talking about a challenge pack? No. Did she walk in there talking about a program? No. What did she sell you? She sold you herself. And when she sold you herself, then she talked about the challenge pack. Then she talked about the business and the benefits and the perks of the business. But you was drawn to her first. And I'm willing to bet you right now, you would have never been drawn to this person if that person didn't love themselves, if they didn't believe in themselves. Because when you believe in yourself, you walk a little different. You carry yourself a little different. You stand aside because we live in a world where most people don't believe in themselves. So everybody looks alike. Everybody has a defeated mentality, defeated mindset, hopelessness, just getting by mentality, right? But if somebody walks in there with confidence and all of a sudden, whoa, your purpose identifies with their purpose. So the key to this is, what do you want? And how much do you love yourself to want to accomplish that? You have no problem giving everybody else your time. You gave it to me. And I'm on a computer. How about you take a moment and let's go back down memory lane. You got a commission-based business, no promises of a paycheck. Some of you get resistance at home, you get resistance at work, you get resistance in your family, resistance in your friends. You're crazy. That's a scam. Get a 9 to 5, you got a degree. You know the story. But your purpose is telling you, this is what I feel like I want to help people. This is what I feel like I should be doing, right? Think about the time in this commission-based business when you signed up your first coach. How did that feel? Your very first coach. Type in that box how that felt. Amazing. What else? Inspiring. What else? Unreal. Yep. Thrilling, exciting, excitement, accomplished. Okay, amazing. What else? Give me 5 more. Powerful. What else? Like it made a difference. Good. What else? 1 more. Just the beginning. That's beautiful. Because tonight is just the beginning for you guys. Just so you know. And you felt like you was worthy. When you had that feeling, was that feeling on top of your shoulder, on top of your arms, on top of your head? Like, was it standing on the other person? No, it was internal. And in that moment, you didn't think about self-doubt. And in that moment, you didn't think about what people thought about you. And if the business was MLH, or whatever you want to call it, was a scam. You didn't think about any of that, right? You didn't think about what people thought about you. You accomplished something. In that moment, you had a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, a sense of worth, a sense of value. Well, what happened between that moment and the 50th coach, the 100th coach, the 200th coach, the 500th coach, the 1,000th coach you signed up? What happened to that moment? Why didn't that transition over to the other coaches? Because you can't tell me it did, because you just told me that there's disbelief in things like that. So something happened between the first coach and where you are now. Was it the pressures of rank? Was it competition? Competing with other people? Looking at someone else's success, and because you didn't attain it, you feel like you're unworthy now because it's taking you a little longer than it took somebody else to get to where you want to be? Think about what I'm saying to you now. What happened between that moment from the first coach to where you are now, that disbelief in everything surfaced? I could tell you what happened. You took the attention off of you. You start looking outside for everything when you already had all the tools you needed inside of you all along. You forgot that feeling that I accomplished this. You forgot that feeling that, man, you know, no one believed in me, or people thought I was crazy for doing this, and I did it, and I signed up that one person. Let me give you a snapshot here. If you've signed up one coach, you're successful. You know why? Because nobody guaranteed you that paycheck. You did that. If you signed up one coach, you are successful. Now you have a choice. How much more successful do you want to become? You with me? What is your why? What do you want to accomplish? And it all starts with self-love. The more value you have, write this down. The more value you have mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually towards yourself will determine your net worth. What are you talking about? What does that have to do with anything? Mentally, your thoughts. Do you have wealthy thoughts? Do you have thoughts of poverty, thoughts of struggling, or thoughts of success, bringing out the best in others? Which one are you, which group are those your dominant thoughts? Be conscious of that from now on. Physically, is there wealth in your body? You taking care of yourself? One of the biggest things that like really crushes my heart is when a person says they're overweight. No, you're not. You're not overweight. You just don't love yourself. That's all. You don't. You don't love you, and it's okay, because most people don't. There was a time I didn't. You don't love yourself, because when you love yourself, you take care of yourself, right? You love your babies. There isn't a person on this call right now that would give their kid poison. Nope, you wouldn't do that, because you know what affect their body and their mind. But we have no problem giving it to ourselves because we don't love ourselves. So when you get wealth in your body, guess what has to show up financially? Wealth. When you get wealth in your mind, guess what has to complement that? Wealth. What about spiritually? Affirmations. What are you believing for? What are you speaking to yourself? What are you speaking to your team? What are you speaking to your family? What words come out of your mouth? Is it poverty, struggling words, or words of success? Because whatever the dominant one is what's showing up because you summons it. And then there's emotionally, which is the most powerful one. You know why? Because whatever thoughts you have, you engage with it emotionally. Now you just gave this thing a heartbeat. And after you give it a heartbeat, then you start speaking it. And then when you speak it, you hear it. You got to protect the gateways to your soul. What comes to your eyes, your ears, and your mouth shapes your reality and who you become. And you get exactly that. Here's another thing I want you to think about. When I was a kid, my grandma told me, when you grow up, you're going to do great exploits. She said, I don't know what you're going to do, but you're going to do some great things. She said, I want you to give of your talents, Chris. Give of your time. Give of your energy. Give of your resources. And you do it with all your heart. But you don't ever give anybody your sanity. Because if you give them your sanity, you might not get it back. So my question to you is that disbelief that you having, worrying about what other people think of you, who has your sanity? Think about that. Those aren't your thoughts. That's not what you came to this earth with. You came with thoughts that you would have life and have it more abundantly. And greater is he that's in you that's in this world. So who has your sanity? What happened prior to this moment that convinced you that you wasn't good enough? Convinced you that you can't be successful in this? Convinced you that you was an accident or you're going to fail? What happened? Whose thoughts are those? Because they're not yours. And whoever's thoughts those are, you're carrying that into your business and you're wondering why you're struggling. That's not your thoughts. That's not your identity. Here's another powerful thing. You guys have a team, right? You attracted this team to you. There isn't a person in this world that will follow somebody that's going to lead them off a cliff. So there has to be something unique and special about you for people to follow you. And you heard me say it in a promo video. Sometimes you got to believe in others more than they believe in themselves. What if I told you some of your team see things in you you don't even see in yourself? Here's another snapshot. If you look at your team, house big or small, don't matter, there's going to be a reflection of you in your team and every person that you draw to you. If you're a go-getter, I guarantee there's a go-getter on that team. If you're a procrastinator, I guarantee there's a procrastinator. If you have self-doubt, fear, worry, anxiety, guess what? Look in your team, somebody else struggles with that. You know why? Because you're the head. And wherever the head goes, the body has to follow. So the focus, guys, isn't pressuring the team. And the focus isn't, the team isn't, no, the focus is you. You have to evolve. You have to change. Because when you change, they don't have a choice but to change because you're their leader. A true leader walks with their team, guys. Walks with their team. Walks in front of their team to guide them, right? Then walks above their team. Most people lose it right there. They get above their team and all of a sudden, I'm too good for you, whatever. I'm afraid you're going to steal my spot. I'm not giving you any more information, whatever. I'm too good for you. I'm going to hang out with this coach because that's another, they're popular. That's where you miss it. A true leader looks down, sees their team there, reaches down, pulls them up to their level so they can see what they see. That's a true leader right there. Because it's crowded at the bottom, guys. It's crowded at the bottom. At the bottom, and I'm talking about mentality, there's chaos, there's jealousy, there's envy, there's abandonment, there's betrayal. All this evil, all this bad stuff is at the bottom. It's a mindset. But the mindset at the mountaintop is freedom. You can see so much further than those at the bottom. At the bottom, there's just nowhere to go. You're just running into it. It's chaotic. And you start taking on their mindset. But when you're at the mountaintop, you can see so far out. You can see exactly where you're going. And they can't touch you. So how do I tie all this into you? 2 years ago, I couldn't even afford groceries. Straight up. disconnections, ready to lose my home, lose my gyms. Couldn't even afford groceries 2 years ago. Like when I got announced, right before I joined Beachbody, couldn't afford groceries. I'm at the grocery store 5 weeks ago, right, with my 2 little ones. I'm paying for the groceries, and I look to the door, and there's a woman with a Shift Shop shirt on. I'm thinking, what? So as I'm boiling my cart with my kids, little Chris is on one cart, Jason on the other, and I'm pulling them. As I get closer, her hand goes here. Her head she becomes a bobblehead now. She's a bobblehead. She's doing high knees, right? And she gets closer. I knew that was you. Oh my gosh. I didn't want to bother you with your kids. Come here for a second. She came up to me, gave a big old hug. I don't have my phone with me. You don't need it. Grab my phone. Took a picture. Kissed her on her cheek. Thank you. Thank me? I should be thanking you. You've changed my life. I said, no, actually, you changed mine. You and the rest of the network. Because 2 years ago, I couldn't buy groceries. I just spent $250 on groceries, and I got to thank you guys for that. And I didn't even worry about it. So thank you. And I'm telling you that to say this. You have so much worth and so much value, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. You don't even realize that without you, we don't even exist. How do you not see that worth and value in yourself? Didn't I just tell you 2 years ago I couldn't afford groceries? If you ever having a down moment in your business, the first thing you should think of is, you know what? Chris said he couldn't even get groceries 2 years ago. I'm going to be all right. If I can help him get groceries, I can fill my house up and so much more, and my team. I can give them the mindset to do it. You understand where I'm going with this? I need you guys to remember something. Inside of you right now is so much potential. So much. And as I said before, sometimes you need somebody to believe more than you and you believe in yourself. Me being on that platform don't help you. It don't. Me getting in the trenches with you and reminding you of who you are, reminding you of your why, that's success to me. Proven Grounds is going to come out in a couple of weeks, in a week, and it's going to do great. I know it is going to do great. You know why? Because I have you guys. I had a great cast. And there's so much purpose in this program and what it represents. But I can't even enjoy the fruits of this if you don't start loving yourself and taking credit for what you're helping me accomplish. I can't. It's not right. 2B Mindset came out. Phenomenal, right? Poof. Everything went crazy, right? I'm sitting back thinking, we're in the pre-stages of talking about Proven Grounds. And I start thinking to myself, wait a minute. 2B Mindset is like a way of helping people who struggle with food work out that relationship with their food, right? So why not create a program if they struggle with fitness, help them work out their fitness? Let's add a prep week to Shift Shop. And it's only 15 minutes. Anybody can do something for 15 minutes. You can walk and just reach for the marker, right? If you train and you work out, you can go all out in 15 minutes. You need a quick sweat, knock that out, 15 minutes, it'll give it to you. But what opened my eyes about that program is the first week of October when they would release the buy, I got a message on my Instagram, right? And there was a lady that said, I just want to thank you for creating modifications for this workout. It was awesome. I said, you know what? I'm glad because I want my program to be for everybody. She said, you don't understand. I'm in a wheelchair. Whoa, what? She started explaining to me how she was at the blue marker, wheeled to the other marker, lifted up her wheelchair, touched it, wheeled around the blue marker to the other marker and touched it. She did the whole program from a wheelchair. And that told me this isn't about breaking records, man. This is about giving people hope. This is about proving to people that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. So prep week is 4 workouts. 4 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Quick shift speed, quick shift strength. And then you go Friday to Proven Ground speed. Proven Ground speed is your test day. Proven Ground strength is your test day. Week 1 is your baseline. Proven Ground speed is 15 1-minute exercises. And you're going to track it. And I came up with the concept of tracking because I realized something. Adults can't count. Y'all can't count. I ran a test group at home, straight up. Had the scorecards. We doing the exercise. People crushing it for a minute. Grabbed a scorecard. I forgot how many reps I had. What? You went through all that and forgot how many reps you had? Then my brain starts spinning. Okay, we on to something, Chris. Now we're going to teach people how to be engaged, how to stay in the moment, how to enjoy the journey, how to prove to themselves by exercise they can get better. So it's 15 one-minute exercises. Say you go grass pickers, you get 50, right? Then you go to lateral burpees, you get 20. Now you got 70 points, 13 more exercises. Go through the other 13 exercises, finish. What I tell everybody, I don't care about the individual stuff. I care about the big picture. I care about that final number. Tally up all those reps, 15 exercises, 150 points. That's your baseline for speed. Go to strength, track your weights, track your reps. That's your baseline. Now let's go to work. Now we go into the shop for 4 days. You're in the shop to prepare for the grounds. Now you're doing speed 25. You're working on your conditioning because you need it for Proving Grounds Day. You're working on your technique and your form because you need those moves. You got to master those moves because you're going to use those same movements when you test, right? You go back second time to retest at the end of speed 25. Look at your scorecard. Okay, at 150 points, grass pickers first. So you go to grass pickers, I got 45 reps. But now I'm already in your mind. Chris said he don't care about that. He care about the final number. So right now, you're going to prove to yourself that I got 14 exercises to make up for these 5 reps that I missed here. 14 exercises to get better. You finished the workout, 165. Now you got 15 extra points, which means you exceeded in some of the moves, right? Go to strength, same thing. Go back into speed 35, speed, strength, retest. 180. Final week, 45 speed, 45 strength, retest, 200. Now you look at your scorecard, you say you progressed each week, right? Wow, I really progressed. I got faster, I got stronger, I got confidence. Most importantly, I stayed present. You look in the mirror, oh my gosh, I lost all this weight, but I feel good. So now you stepping out of the program with an engaged, sharp mind and feeling better about yourself. You go to your family with a sharp mind and feeling better about yourself. You go to your team with a sharp mind and feeling better about yourself. What about the modifiers? No problem. Got a modifier? Okay, no big deal. They go through the whole prep week, modifying the whole thing. They go to speed 25, say they modify everything but 2 moves. Is that victory? Absolutely. What about tracking? Who cares about tracking? They go into week 3, modified even less. Week 4, modified even more. Now the same person that modified in prep week, modified less each week, has confidence. I like this program so much, I'm going to go through it again. This time I'm going to track it. Now they're tracking their reps. So what, they went through it 3 times. Now they're tracking. That same person who modified, maybe struggled with weight or whatever you want to call it, has confidence, is engaged, takes that same mentality to their family, to their team, and looking for people that was just like them. Here's another example. There's 2 different Chris's in this program. Shift Shop Chris is different than Proving Grounds Chris. My body's different. My motivation in that video is different, and that workout is different. So I have something to prove to myself. You'll see next week, there's 2 different Chris's. You see, it's all about you versus you. As far as this coach test group, this is going to be one of the most powerful coach test groups you ever experience. And here's the reason why. You remember how we opened up this call? I got 4 weeks to make sure you leave this test group better mentally and physically. If it was me, I would have my teams in it. And this is the reason why. It's going to be a 4-week retreat. There's personal development. There's work. It's the program. Somebody's going to pour into you. Here's the most powerful thing. Then you're going to leave the group. You and your whole downline going to have the same mindset. How do you not succeed from that? As opposed to you coming there and taking it to them and going over somebody's head, That's too much work. You get an opportunity to let somebody do the work for you. Meal plan, curveball. If you got a challenger, recommend the Shift Shop meal plan to them. It's easy, simple. They don't know anything else. Those of you who've done multiple programs, I'm asking you to do whatever meal plan that's ever given you the best results, even if it's not mine. You know why? Because I want you to feel good when you do this program. And if you feel good, you're going to give me great effort in this program, and you're going to get results. Excuse me, I got to get my good night kisses. All right, let me kiss. Come here. All right, good night. If you feel good, you're going to give your all. It's all about you feeling good, because I want you to have confidence. I want you to start loving yourself so you can start being the coaches that you've ever desired to be. All right? I got 20 minutes. Roll some questions.
Mic drop. Tell us, while we wait for some questions, tell us about the markers and what they're going to represent this time.
They're going to represent what you want them to represent. I told everybody when they asked me about the markers, I felt it was important that this marker, you put one of them that I love you. You need to see that. Because as you pushing you through this program, you need reminded of that you love yourself. You'd be surprised. Like those markers, when Jack came up with the concept of those markers, you notice I said Jack, right? Because I'll give credit where credit is due. It was brilliant. And it was funny because we were joking around about writing on markers, actually. And it stuck. That marker, like for 4 weeks, that's got to be about you. Like, what do you want to accomplish in those 4 weeks? Always remind yourself of two things. Dedicate these two markers to me. What is your why? And put I love you on there. The other two, I don't care what you put on it. But those two are important because you need to be reminded of that. Good question. Does a prep start on October 22nd? Yes, that's going to be our prep week. We're going to do it together. We'll go speed 25, not speed 25, quick shift, speed, strength. And at the end of the week, we'll do our first Proven Grounds workout. And also in my coach test group, I'm gonna leave daily videos because I think it's important that you guys see my face I do it anyway, but you need to see my face every day. I need to bless you every morning before you start your day. I need to say things to you. And then every Sunday we'll do our live call where we'll talk about the previous week, and those who are struggling will come together as a big family, and we'll encourage them. And then we'll talk about the week that I'll spend a little bit of time on basically what I did today, just pouring into you. What affirmation do you tell yourself on a daily basis? You nosy. No, I'm joking. You know, the one affirmation that I tell myself every day, and it kind of sums up everything, is that I wasn't always like this. I used to break it down, but now I tell myself I already have everything I need to be the person that I desire to be. Like, I really believe that. Because you have to evolve to it. I didn't always feel that way, though. I had to break it down in steps. But at this point in my life, in my career, I just feel like I already have all the tools I need. I don't ask for anything. I just spend more time in just being grateful and gratitude. So I remind myself, based on what I'm envisioning, you already have it, man. Just continue to evolve, and it's got to show up. It is 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. This is why the performance line had to come in point, because it's more athletic based now. And I'm going to be honest with you. We were sore. We were so sore, man. I was hurting. I was on the struggle bus with this one. I ain't going to front. Like, seriously, like when we tested it, I threw up in my mouth. I did. I ain't going to lie. I'll tell you the truth. So what? Judge me. I did. I threw up in my mouth. I said, okay, we got a problem. You're going to have to get in shape for this one. So, yeah. But, yeah, I was real sore. I was. There's a move in here that is going to humble you, and it's called Frog Gorilla. I don't know why I called it that. Just go with it. But basically what you're doing is you're doing frog jumps, diagonal, right? Gorilla backwards. Frog diagonal, gorilla backwards. Your glutes are going to scream. Seriously. Yeah, we did it at leadership. That move is lethal. All right. Any other question? What other questions you have?
What are your favorite PD books?
Man, honestly, you guys are gonna stone me for this. I don't read a lot of PD. I don't. I feel like I do it in seasons, right? So I feel like the best personal development is a life I'm creating. And I feel like I'll take a season when I feel like I'm in a good place, and I'll listen to Oprah, or I'll listen to Tony Robbins or Les Brown. But most of the time, I'm just constantly trying to evolve within myself and figure myself out. Because what happens is if I'm in a vulnerable state, right, and I don't have a sense of identity of who I am or a sense of love, then all these great teachers are going to start pouring into me, and I'm going to get confused because I'm going to believe their philosophy, and I'm going to really lose myself. So I make sure I get to a solid foundation of loving myself and believing myself. Then whatever I need will surface. If it's something Oprah has to say, it'll resonate with me because I'm in the right mind state to understand, okay, I'm going to add this to my craft as opposed to it creating my craft. That makes sense?
What do you have to say about the performance line?
Oh, well, it was 103 degrees in the mountains. I don't know if you ever seen Carl's Ranch. Crazy. It was like up 2,000 feet, surrounded by the mountains. And the first thing I did when I pulled up is production told me there was 2 mountain lions up there. I'm like, why y'all bring me out here where it's 2 mountain lions? I live in Ohio. Like, what happens if it comes down here? Like, what how am I supposed to respond to that? And yeah, so it was crazy. So we had like Hydrate was phenomenal. That's when I really realized how well Hydrate works, because it was 103 up there. It was hot as Hades. And then Energize, obviously, you know what Energize is, but Recover was like, yeah, was legit. It was legit. And I have a dairy allergy. So I can't have dairy, but I was so sore I didn't care. I said, I'm just gonna be snotty tonight. I gotta have that. So yeah, and it worked. Chocolate. Yeah, I was. It didn't matter. It worked though. I took it on the chin.
What do you have to say to people that weren't coaches last year, that didn't do Shift Shop? Do you think they should before they do Proving Grounds, or are they good to? This isn't like a sequel, and you have to watch the first one.
No. So that's a really good question. Just so you guys know, it's one program. Like, just erase Shift Shop out of your mind. It don't exist no more. The program is Shift Shop Proving Grounds. That's why we added a prep week. Now it's complete. So it's not 2 separate programs. If a person goes straight to Shift Shop, they jumping off a cliff. For real, because it just go through the prep week and just work your way down and convert it to the 4 weeks, with the addition of the prep week. But it's still a 3-week program. Basically just added a prep week and added 2 challenging workouts to mix it up. I'm too ADD to be doing things 3 times in a row. I was getting frustrated. So I needed to break it up and have 2 different sceneries where it's like, okay, we're in the shop this day and we're on the grounds this day, just so my brain would just adjust. And it worked. It's complete. It's over with. I can promise you no more bears, none of that. I'm done with it. On to the next thing. Maybe I'll come up with a cricket move or something, but we're done. It's done. Shift Shop is complete.
Love it. All right.
For your test group.
So the qualifications, I think it's a challenge pack, completion pack, or accessory bundle. One of those 3, buy or sell that, and then that gets you in the group. I think you have until, what's today's date? 16th. I think you have until, Friday or Saturday. I think Friday. But if you happen over the weekend, just send me a message. I know how to get you through it.
All right. Anything else?
I will tell you this. I put I tested it on several different people over the summer. My pro guys were home this summer. CJ McCollum plays for the Portland Trail Blazers. He was home, his brother, and I put them through Proving Grounds, and it crushed them. So I used that for their conditioning before when he was home for a period of time. But Eric left. He's in Russia. That's his older brother. And that's how I conditioned them. I conditioned them with Proving Ground workouts. And so, I wanted to find the elite, see how they responded to it. And then there's the Tulins of the world. And I think you guys saw what happened with Tulin. So this program is for everything. And then you just put the exclamation mark when the girl told me she did it from a wheelchair. That just blew my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. That took me to a whole new level of appreciation.
And then that sweet boy with Down syndrome that you shared the other day too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. How about that? Yeah, that's just
Powerful stuff.
the power of the mind, man. It really, it's just amazing.
Do you have like a Sunday reality series with this, like the other programs have had?
Well, the IGTV.
Like an 80-day obsession. I think that was the first program that every Sunday there was like something to watch.
Oh no. I'm like the stepchild. Sorry, no, I don't have a reality series like that. No, I don't have that.
Your IG stories is good enough.
Yeah, I create my own series. Just keep following me on IG. We'll have fun. I'll bring you into my world a little bit. No, but I don't have that. We did have the making of the Proving Grounds. That's in the IG story, so you guys can definitely check that out.
Awesome. Well, I think we're done, and I think that the consensus says that this is one of the best calls that any of our 3 teams have had. So thank you so much. He's freezing.
Oh, yeah, he's frozen.
No. You can't leave like that.
Now he's gone.
Oh, no. We didn't even get to say goodbye.
He's coming. I have faith in this.
Yeah, he would never leave like that. I bet something happened. He froze a little bit a few times he was talking. Yeah, so I'm if he jumps back on, someone tell us. But there were a lot of questions about the test group, and I was kind of ignoring those questions because all of that is in our Coach Online office, and you guys should know if you sell a challenge pack, any kind of completion pack, you are automatically in the test group. If you enroll a coach with a completion pack, you and the coach are in the test group. So sell someone a Shift Shop, Proving Grounds, challenge pack and get in the group. It's going to be a huge group like Joel has right now with Lift 4. He will be in there every single day. It's not like the teeny tiny test groups that they run, but it is pretty awesome. So if you want to do that, sell it by, I don't know what the date is. I think it starts October 22nd. Like he said, if you sell one, you can message him and he'll get you in. But
he said Friday, Saturday. It was like the deadline, but like Lori just said. But focus on this. And you guys, I think something that's great too is invite someone to lock arms with you and do it with them for accountability and support. I mean, you're going to get Chris in your ear every single day. So I think what he was saying in terms of the things you're struggling with, you have to work on that. And what better way to do that by bringing in somebody that you know needs it just as much as you do, whether it be one of your coaches or a prospective coach or, look at your downline. Like, who needs this right now? Lock arms with them. Do it with them.
All right. Thumbs up if that was good. That was awesome. Yeah.
It was amazing.
That was so much different than I thought it was going to be. He's incredible. He surprises me every single time I see him. Every time.
I think I just saw his name pop back on. He's back.
Where is he?
Your ears must be ringing. We were talking about you. I swear. I saw the blue shirt. Scrolling.
Chris? You want to say goodbye? Oh, bummer.
I think he's trying to get on. I did see him pop on.
Something must have happened. He's in the basement of his house.
Yeah, so
there he is.
Yeah,
I don't know. Frozen.
No, all our lights and everything went off. It was weird.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, thanks guys for everything.
Thank you.
But if you need anything, before we close, please just do me this favor and remember what I told you in the beginning. You're the product. All right? Everything revolves around you. And if you ever had those moments, think about what you helped me accomplish. All right? I love you guys, man. I believe in you. You can do this. You got this.
Thank you, Chris.
It's not going to matter. All right? All right. I'm out of here. I see you guys.
Bye. Thank you.